Quite often. Good morning. It is 9:30 on a Sunday. I'm wearing yesterday's makeup, which only ever happens when I'm too exhausted to do my skincare routine. I really enjoy taking care of myself, and so for me to not take off my makeup before bed, it's a sign. It's a sign that something is seriously wrong. My skin can now breathe. I don't think I drank any water yesterday. I'm also really hungry and my room smells musty. My dinner last night was cereal in bed. I would say that my routine is generally very good and I do take care of myself. However, on days where I work a lot, I tend to put all of my other priorities to the side and I just work until I am completely exhausted and cannot think about food or water or skincare or anything like that. And that may not seem too detrimental short term, but when it comes to like exam periods, when you're working every day flat out non-stop, your routine gets lost and your environment like crumbles and everything is awful. I just realised I'm literally wearing my clothes from yesterday. I never put my pyjamas on. It is not okay here. I think the first order of business for me right now is to have coffee and breakfast, and then I can do stuff like a face mask, my nails, plan for the week ahead, tidy my environment, you know, like hoover the floor, mop the floor, clean all of my surfaces, reply to my emails, do all of my tasks that are due tomorrow, like also just go on a nice walk and read a bit. Like that is the perfect day for me, having enough time and energy to actually do my favourite things. Because a lot of days I do have the time to read a book in the evening, but I just don't have the energy left. And so I want to try and plan ahead, make sure that I am optimizing my routine, I guess, so that I don't overextend myself. I like to stay prepared, I like to plan, so I want to make sure I don't feel stressed during the week.
It was only, I was like, what is this? Surely it's soon.
I feel like I have sufficiently taken care of myself this morning. My sheets are still in the washing machine, but hopefully I can take them out to dry soon. I have a mix of both uni and YouTube stuff to do today, but I'm going to prioritize the uni work. Tomorrow I have a lab induction, so I need to do a couple things before that. I also have an assessment for my statistics course that is due this week, so I just want to get that out of the way. I want to do a little food shop, and this week in uni is the careers fair, so I want to make sure I can attend that and I have enough time. Right now, while I wait for my bed sheets to finish in the machine, I'm just going to reply to some YouTube comments on the video that I posted yesterday. I have my pesto pasta and my water because I am always dehydrated. I think after this I will go on my food shop and on my walk. It is a little bit rainy right now, so hopefully my umbrella is enough. But yeah, having a lovely day so far. I have this fancy pasta shape. It's like a fat fusilli. And these tomatoes are absolutely delicious every time. I wish there was more. But let's go to the shop.
We'll be with you shortly.
love toast so much. My bed sheets are dry apart from my duvet cover that is still drying, but I think the next things I would like to do are to take the bins out and also shower, wash my hair ready for tomorrow. Usually I shower in the morning, however tomorrow morning I have therapy at like 8 a.m. and so I don't know if I'll have time to shower before, and then I have my lab like straight after, so gotta make sure I get ready now and I sleep well. Good evening. I have been working since my shower. It's 11:18 p.m. and while I do want to go to bed soon, I wanted to just share how I plan for the week, because I get asked quite often how I prioritize and schedule, etc. I don't think I'm very good at doing this, to be honest, but this is just what works for me. I write to-do lists for a set period of time. So this one was the 4th till the 6th of October, and that was just Friday to Sunday. And once the date has passed, I prepare a new one. This one will be Monday to Friday, which is the 7th to the 11th of October. And I copy over anything that I didn't complete on my previous list. And I also write a shopping list at the bottom, just so I can keep track of what I need, like miscellaneous household items and also food. For example, I've really been needing some Zaflora because that's how I mop the floors, but I can't find any anywhere, and so that is being carried forward from my last shopping list to this one. I also need to buy more of my facial sun cream. And then I go to my calendar. I organise my calendar using the Apple Calendar app. I've tried Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, Notion Calendar. I just prefer Apple calendars because everything is in one place, and I use iPad, MacBook, iPhone, Apple Watch, like everything is synced across all of my devices, and it's just very seamless and requires very little effort on my part, which is good. Also, if you're signed in to your mail accounts on your Apple devices and then you get invited to a meeting or whatever, it just automatically shows up on the Apple calendar, which is great. So I'm gonna go through my calendar for the 7th until the 11th, and any events on there, lectures, social things, therapy, workshops, anything that needs something done beforehand, I will write on my to-do list. And this just helps me have a clear vision of my week again, and also helps me feel prepared. I struggle a lot with anxiety, and one of my things that I get anxious about is that I will forget about things and I won't have enough time to complete them. So I'm always thinking, like, especially in the evening, at night, I'm sat here like, oh my god, what if I've forgotten something tomorrow, and I have to check my calendar like 5 times. So it's good for me to write things down so that I don't forget. Some people like to just do all of their to-do lists and stuff digitally. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. Digitally. I honestly just like the feeling of writing and crossing something off. I think that is very satisfying for my brain, and I don't know if it's dopamine that is the reward hormone, but I get the reward hormone when I get to cross something off my to-do list that I've been staring at all week. So I'm just gonna look and see. Tomorrow I have therapy at 8 a.m. Don't need to be prepared for that, just have to turn up. Before my lab induction tomorrow, I want to read through the lab manual, and I'm just gonna add a note saying don't forget my lab coat. because I probably will. And then at 5 p.m. I have a YouTube meeting online. Don't need to prepare for that because it's like an introductory meeting. Tuesday I have a deadline, but I just did that quiz, so that is all fine. Tuesday is also the STEM Careers Fair, and that is from 11 till 4. I have a statistics lecture. If I have time to go before, I will, but I'll probably be going after. It's an optional event, but I do want to make sure I go. I'm gonna write it on my to-do list because I know if I'm tired or something, I'll convince myself not to go. And that evening I have a film society screening. However, I need to book a ticket to that. The tickets are free, but they're limited, so you have to get there before everyone else and reserve a ticket. The careers fair is also taking place on Wednesday, and then I have a PhD application workshop and a society event that I need to get a ticket for. On Thursday I have another statistics workshop, and before I go I need to prepare and watch the pre-workshop lecture and also read through the slides and make notes and all that stuff. Also on Thursday I have a tutorial group meeting which is about a presentation, and so I need to make sure I finished my slides by Thursday. Thursday evening I have a society event, but I don't need to book. And then Friday I only have one thing, which is amazing, and it's just a pre-lab lecture. After the pre-lab lecture I need to do a pre-lab multiple choice question quiz, so I'm going to write that down. And doing this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday also means my to-do list is in order, and it's satisfying, but it also just helps you feel organised. And now I will just add in other things that I need to do, like cleaning, food shop, YouTube stuff, all of that. Okay, that is how I plan my week, and a tip I recently learned is to always plan the night before or the morning before. Don't wait until the morning to plan, because then you're delaying your actions and it just does not feel as productive or efficient or as satisfying. So I like to plan the night before because then I feel like I know everything that's going on. I'm not panicking, I'm not worried, I'm not anxious. So then I have my to-do list for the week and I just check back with it. Another thing I wanted to share was my notes from my managing procrastination workshop, because somebody specifically asked for them in the comment section on my last video. I did not find this workshop particularly helpful, and I think it's because the reasons towards procrastination that they were talking about were not really matching the reasons I think I procrastinate. In the workshop we defined procrastination as delaying a task for no valid reason, which I feel is a pretty good definition. So the cycle starts with a task or a goal, but then you have these unhelpful rules or assumptions like, I can't do this until my room is tidy, I can't do this task before I do this one, I have 3 days to do this task so I can just do it tomorrow, stuff like that. And also detecting any discomfort and disliking discomfort means that you will dodge it and will avoid your task. So even if it's a 5-minute task, if it's something that makes you slightly uncomfortable and you don't know how to be disciplined with yourself, then you will just procrastinate and not do it. You'll find excuses or other activities like, oh, I'll do this other task first, even though it's less important or not due until another week away and you really don't need to be thinking about it. And so there will be positive consequences to this. You'll feel good because you've managed to watch more TV or complete a different task that isn't really that important, but the negative consequences are greater than the positive ones, and so overall you feel bad. I think once you can identify what is making you procrastinate, you can start figuring out how to deal with that yourself, because we're all different. I personally find that I tend to procrastinate in a form of self-sabotage. I tend to ruin things for myself because I don't believe that I deserve them, and if something is going well for me, for example, I'm reading a really good book, or my YouTube channel is doing really well and I just need to keep posting every week, there are good things happening, I will look for reasons to stop my task because deep down I dislike myself and I tell myself I don't deserve good things or enjoyment, and that is not something they discussed in this workshop, which is why I felt it wasn't as helpful for me. But I do want to share some prompts that they gave us. This could just be like journaling on your notes app or on like a Word document or just in your head, but I feel like getting it out of your brain will be more helpful than just thinking about it. So, adjusting unhelpful rules and assumptions. Number 1, what is the unhelpful rule or assumption I would like to adjust? Number 2, where did this rule or assumption come from? Number 3, in what ways is this rule or assumption unreasonable, unrealistic, unfair, or unhelpful? Number 4, what are the negative consequences of having this rule or assumption? And number 5, what is an alternative and more helpful, balanced, flexible, or realistic rule or assumption to have? Rules or assumptions are these things you tell yourself are stopping you from doing a task. So this can apply to all parts of life. This doesn't just apply to working. This could be, I can't wear this outfit until a special event, but then you never deem an event special enough and you never wear the outfit. Try and identify ways that you are procrastinating all throughout your life. The final point I have is that we can test conclusions to see how accurate we are in predicting our own capabilities. So that might kind of sound like, what is she saying? Basically, you're at the gym, you're studying, you're working, whatever. You say, oh, I'm really tired, I can't be bothered carrying on, I need a break. At that point, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate how tired you actually are, and then try and work for just 10 minutes, 15, 20, 30 more minutes, and then after that time reassess your tiredness on a scale of 1 to 10 and see, oh, actually I'm not that tired and I can go on longer. I have yet to implement this, but hopefully this week I will, and I think it's kind of a way to challenge your beliefs on how productive you can be. I think I have gotten a bit too comfortable in letting myself relax, and I don't mean this as in like self-care is bad, I just mean I perhaps take breaks before I need them, just because I can and nobody can stop me, you know? Sometimes it will be better and healthier to be a bit more honest and brutal with ourselves. Those are my notes from the Managing Procrastination workshop. Hopefully they'll be helpful to any of you. I understand I've been talking for a long time, but those are the things I wanted to share in this video as a kind of Sunday reset, I guess. I don't feel like I'm resetting because time is always moving forward, but these are things that I try and do weekly or twice weekly just to reassess where I'm at and make sure that I'm not falling into any really negative or self-destructive habits. And typically when I don't have a to-do list going, I lack any sense of urgency and I just will not be able to motivate myself to do anything. So maybe if you are struggling with any of these topics like procrastinating or lack of discipline, just ask yourself, like, what are my goals and how can I get there? And visualize your goals. See yourself achieving them. How do you feel? How long did it take? What changes did you make to get there? And I think that is the first step to achieving everything you are capable of. I'm gonna go to bed now. It's 11:45. I will watch some YouTube and drink some water and relax, but thank you for being here today and watching today's video. I will see you next week. Bye bye.